Good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP10 Thursday Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. I'm Adam Rupsick.
And I'm Brittany Hoffman. Today is October 11th, and this is your news, sports, and weather, all before the first commercial break. Let's take a look at your top stories. 10 News starts now.
There's no question with a poor economy, things are more challenging for many Americans, especially seniors. That's why hundreds of people across upstate New York marched in the Save Our Security tour. The goal of the event is to call on lawmakers to keep Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid intact. There are several proposed solutions to address the increasing costs and decrease funds for those programs. One is to raise the age to receive Social Security and Medicare, and the other is to take money from other parts of the government to put into these programs.
The Oswego County Legislature has approved an additional $250,000 for jail funding. This funding will help cover our inmates from out-of-county boarding. The jail holds 169 people, and if there is overflow, the out-of-county inmates are sent to other counties. 14 inmates are being housed elsewhere at the cost of $90 per day per inmate. At most, the jail had 50 inmates in other facilities, but officials have been able to lower that number by sharing resources with other departments.
Well, Brittany, it was pretty chilly out there today.
It really was, Adam. We have meteorologist Brian Donegan outside. Brian, are you staying warm out there?
I'm trying to stay warm, Brittany. I'm trying to stay warm out here, Brittany, but it just started to rain and it is windy, so it's kind of hard right now. We're watching some steadier rain later tonight, though. But first, I want to start with this picture out of northern Oswego County last night. Look at this Chevy covered in a coating of snow in October. What? Yeah, it can happen here in central New York. This was taken last night on the Tug Hill Plateau. No snow tonight, although I'm watching some rain for later on, some steadier rain. Take a closer look at tonight's forecast. For tonight, it'll be becoming breezy, and the steadier rain will move in after midnight. We'll drop into the low to mid 40s. And for a 3-day forecast, let's take a look. Tomorrow we'll see some morning rain, and then just a cloudy and breezy afternoon. It'll be chilly, only in the upper 40s. Saturday looks dry, Sunday warmer, but a few showers around. We'll have a complete look at your forecast in about 10 minutes. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brian. The Syracuse man accused of murdering his father last year has pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter Thursday morning. Herman Tolbert Jr., 23, was accused of forcing his way into his parents' home in the town of Clay and stabbing his father after an argument in August of 2011. His father, Herman Tolbert Sr., 68, was pronounced dead at the scene. Officials say Tolbert also stole his father's car, which led detectives to believe he was the one responsible. Sentencing is scheduled for December 4th.
There's a new addition at the Rosman Gifford Zoo in Syracuse. 3 gray wolves were introduced this week. The wolves are just over 6 months old and have come from a litter born recently at Thompson Park Zoo in Watertown, New York. October is Wolf Awareness Month, and this weekend at the Rosman Gifford Zoo is hosting a Wolf Awareness Weekend. Education volunteers will be on hand for wolf-themed animal artifacts and activities.
October 11th is National Coming Out Day. All around SUNY Oswego, students have been showing their support.
Ian Dembling is live with more.
Hi, I'm Ian Demling for WTOP 10 News. I'm standing here in the campus center here at SUNY Oswego, and I'm sure you've seen these shirts around today. They say, "I support equality," and this was for National Coming Out Day, celebrated here at SUNY Oswego, and also throughout the entire campus. Now, I'm sure you want to know a brief history about this event. It was actually founded in 1988 by Dr. Robert Eichberg, and the reason for October 11th was because this marks the anniversary of the March on Washington for Gay and Lesbian Rights. Now, these T-shirts, which were able to be picked up in the campus center and also or be able to pre-order them online, they were completely free, and everyone who was able to participate was able to keep their shirt. It was a fantastic, successful event, and we're very excited to be celebrating here at SUNY Oswego. We'll take it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ian. The New York State Congress Green Party candidate Ursula Rosum visited Oswego campus Wednesday.
Rachel Morrow and Jovan Henriquez have the story.
Green Party Representative Ursula Rosum stopped by the campus center at SUNY Oswego yesterday to address experienced and new voters about the Green Party and her intentions if elected. Ursula explained the Green Party's views toward the economy and the environment. She also explained just what the Green Party was about.
Basically, we are a non-corporate political party. We don't take any money from corporations. We're a people's party, an activist party that is not afraid to take positions on issues.
Rosum said due to student debt surpassing trillions of dollars last year, the Green Party supports a student debt forgiveness that erases student loans in order to fix the economy.
Well, I just registered to vote, and this is my first actual interest in politics. I was actually referred to come through a class, and I decided I would give it a try because we had been learning about feminism, and recently with everything in the news, I thought I would see what it was about, and I definitely like the ideas that Ursula had, and I will be voting for her.
Rosum also reached out to the voters addressing the importance of attending to climate change, stating we will be living on a planet we won't recognize. Eliminating hydrofracking is one of the many environmental issues that the Green Party is passionate about.
My sense is that Ursula opposes hydrofracking, and I think that Amory Burkle is on the side of big industry, big energy, a gas industry. So my suspicion is that because she's for smaller government, she's going to get rid of and eliminate any obstacles, including studies and regulations, that would get in their way.
College students can get involved in supporting the Green Party by visiting ursulaforcongress.com or visiting thegreenpartyofnewyork.com. Jill Stein, who will be representing the Green Party in the national election, will be at the Art Rage Gallery in Syracuse Saturday at noon. Reporting from the Campus Center, I'm Jovan Enriquez, WTOP 10 News.
Starting to stress, the Penfield Library will have popcorn and a pre-Halloween movie. See the groundbreaking horror film, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. The film tells the story of Dr. Caligari and Cesare, the sleepwalker under his control. Would Dr. Caligari and Cesare have him murder a man? See the surprising ending and find out why some believe this film predicted the rise of Nazi Germany. There will also be the announcing of the winners of the new student photo contest.
Fast-paced suspense and intrigue will greet theater-goers at SUNY Oswego's Sherlock Holmes, The Final Adventure, as student cast and veteran director will bring life to the brilliant detective and his sidekick and savvy love interest. The performance will take place at Waterman Theater inside Tyler Hall starting this weekend. For more information about showtimes and dates, visit tickets.oswego.edu. And now we'll see what's going on with sports with Calvin Brown.
Thanks, guys. The Oswego State women's volleyball team was unable to get in sync with each other yesterday and came up short to Hilbert with a score of 3-1. The Lakers were able to bounce back and take the second set after losing the first one 13-25. Unfortunately, they lost the next two. Sophomore Stephanie Bailey and senior Chelsea Crump led the team with 7 kills each, while sophomore Kara Mickelson finished with 17 assists. The Lakers will host a doubleheader this Saturday against Casanova and Mount St. Mary. Coming up later, find out which NL team advanced to the NLCS, an update on RG3's injury, and while Dale Earnhardt Jr. will miss the next 2 races.
Thanks, Calvin. Coming up after the break, we'll have your state and national news.
We'll also update you on what's going on around the world. Stay tuned.
Some rain on the way for tonight, some steadier rain after midnight. We'll track that and we'll plan your weekend for you coming up right after the break. Stay tuned to WTOP Thursday Night News.
MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDania Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Good Thursday evening, Oswego. I'm meteorologist Brian Donegan. Happy Friday Eve. It's a chilly night out there. We're at 43 right now. Some light rain. See some heavier rain move in later. Otherwise, it's just cloudy. The wind chill is also 43, so you might want to grab that jacket as you step outside. The winds are going to be picking up throughout the night tonight. Across the state, pick out your hometown, but I'll tell you the warm spot is 54 down in New York City, and the cool spot is 40 in Glens Falls. High today was 52. So not a bad day, but it is below average. That's 62. We picked up 0.32 inches of rain last night and early this morning from the lake effect rain. More rain's on the way tonight, not lake effect, but first we'll take a look at our fall foliage. As you can see, the Adirondacks, they're past their peak now, so the leaves are coming down in the Adirondacks. Same down here in the Catskills. Here in Oswego County and most of central New York, we're at high color, and then all the red you see here are peak color. So the southern tier, the North Country, they're at their peak right now if you want to go some foliage hunting over the weekend. So here's our weather stories. For tonight, we'll see some rain. It'll get steadier after midnight, but then by Friday night, there's a freeze watch in effect. Temperatures are going to be cold. We'll check that out in the 5-day forecast coming up. First half of the weekend looks dry, and then we'll tell you about the second half of the weekend. Here's the current radar image. You can see there's some lake effect rain over the North Country right now, but back to the west, you can see some rain over Michigan and a few showers up here over Toronto. That's what I'm watching for later tonight. After midnight is when the rain will start to move in, and we'll plan that in your futurecast. We'll stop the clock at 2 a.m. You can see the rain coming in from the west, a few showers around central New York. Move ahead to 8 o'clock tomorrow morning if you're heading to class or just waking up having breakfast. You can see line of rain just south of Oswego County, some heavier rain down here over the Catskills. And by 2 o'clock, we should start to dry out. You can see most of the rain is south. It'll be a mostly cloudy afternoon, and it'll be breezy and chilly. So keep that in mind. Wear an extra jacket tomorrow, stepping outside, going to class. By tomorrow night, all the rain's gone. The sky will start to clear, and temperatures will be dropping like a rock. We'll talk about that right now. Look at the killing frost or freeze. Tomorrow night, 20s across most of New York and New England. That'll kill any vegetation out there right now, so heads up gardeners. And then because of this, there's freeze watches in effect for all of central New York, most of the state actually. Oswego County covered in blue indicates a freeze watch, same in Jefferson and Lewis counties, Onondaga, Cayuga County. We're all under a freeze watch for tomorrow night. How cold our temperature's going to get, we'll talk about that in just a second. But for tonight, becoming breezy, 15 to 25 mile per hour winds. Rain will move in after midnight, the steadier rain that is, will drop into low to mid 40s. For tomorrow, rain in the morning, then for the rest of the day, just mostly cloudy, breezy and chilly, only 48 for a high. And look at those strong northwest winds, still 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here it is tomorrow night, 28 to 32, so below freezing just about everywhere. Widespread frost, otherwise mostly clear with light winds, allowing the temperatures to drop like crazy. Here's the 5-day forecast. Upper 40s tomorrow with morning rain. Saturday looks dry. We'll be in the mid-50s, so not too bad of a day Saturday. Clouds will be on the increase. Then we'll see some more rain Saturday night. On Sunday, look at that, we're up near 70, but there'll be a few showers around then, and the same on Monday. By Tuesday, we're back down to around 60, but with returning sunshine. So it's kind of a half and half weekend, just get to escape the cold temperatures tomorrow night, Saturday morning. So
I think I'll take the rain and the warm weather over the dry, cold, wet thing or whatever. I don't know. I just want to be warm again.
I'm with you there. Sunday is not looking bad. 68. I mean, come on, it's
right?
October.
Yeah, the winter's happening way
Had
too
to finally break down and turn the heat on in the house.
Yeah, snow last night and then 60s by Sunday.
I know we were definitely trying to hold off
New
on
York.
that heat.
Thanks, Brian. Now we're going to take a look at state news. It's a move that will erase more than $1 billion from Kodak's debt. The company reached an agreement with the official committee of the retirees to end health care and other benefits for retired employees. The Eastman Kodak Retirees Association, which is not in the group negotiating with the company, says the news isn't a surprise. Members say they saw it coming when Kodak's patent auction process began to fall apart. Even though this will have a negative effect on retirees, it is a positive move for Kodak, making it much easier for the company to emerge from Chapter 11.
9 jurors have been selected in a trial of a Buffalo man accused of beating his 10-year-old stepson to death. Ali Mohammed is on trial for second-degree murder. Police say Mohammed tied the boy to a chair and beat him to death in the basement of his East Side home back in April. Jury selection got underway Thursday and will continue to Friday. 12 jurors and 2 alternates will be selected before the trial begins. The trial will begin Monday, October 15th, and is expected to be finished by the end of next week.
Daycare providers, children, their parents, and grandparents rallied at a Mississippi state capitol on Wednesday. They're upset over a new rule requiring some parents to scan their fingers when dropping off and picking up kids. The scan is only for families enrolled in the state's subsidized child care program. State officials say it will help reduce fraud and save money because they won't have to pay for kids who aren't actually in the daycare center on any given day. Critics say the new rule will scare away parents who really need the services. Well, teaching jobs are making a comeback. New data shows hiring at that sector is at a 6-year high.
Allison Kizak has more on this story about driving this spurt.
Teachers and parents may have something to smile about. Local school districts added 79,000 jobs between July and September. That's according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And it's the strongest summer hiring since 2006, and it comes after 4 years of layoffs. These jobs include not only teachers, but also librarians, guidance counselors, and janitors. All this comes as state and local government budgets slowly recover as well. But some say the increase may not be enough to keep up with the growing size of classrooms. In the 4 years leading up to July, public school enrollment was projected to grow by about 377,000 students. In order to keep up, schools would have had to hire about 62,000 workers. Instead, the Economic Policy Institute says more than 315,000 people were laid off. But even with the huge demand for teachers, many experts fear this new wave of hiring could come to an end. It all comes down to the election and what steps lawmakers take to avoid the massive spending cuts set to take effect in 2013, otherwise known as the fiscal cliff. If this happens, the federal education cuts could reach $4 billion and lead to thousands of job cuts, bringing the problem full circle again. So this hiring boost may be just a false sense of stability before another downward slide. I'm Allison Kosick in New York.
A security official with the U.S. Embassy in Yemen was shot dead on his way to work. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula has been blamed for this death and numerous attacks in Yemen. Gunmen on a motorcycle shot the vehicle the official was in. He died at the scene. Interior Ministry officials said the shooting took place along Satine, a main street in the Yemen capital of Saha, which is generally considered one of the safest, officials said. The Yemeni president's house is on that same road.
Pakistan's foreign minister on Thursday called the attempted assassination of a teenage activist for women's rights and education a wake-up call. Foreign Minister Hina Rabbani Kar said that he is keeping his fingers crossed as this could be a turning point for Pakistan. The activist, 14-year-old Malala Yousafzai, was gunned down as she was headed home from school in Pakistan's conservative Swat Valley. The girl was in critical condition Thursday at the military hospital outside of Islamabad after surgeons removed the bullet lodged inside of her neck. When we come back, we'll have Jennifer McCarthy with her segment, Managing Stress in a Healthy Way. But first, here's a look at your late night menu. What'd I say?
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey Chris, what are you doing here?
Oh, I always want to be first in line for the Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit.
The what?
The Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit.
What is that?
The Dr. Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit, Wednesday, October 24th at 3 p.m. inside Waterman Theater in Tyler Hall on the campus of SUNY Oswego. Meet the panelists who guide our media future.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online, or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
And here's Julie McCarthy with her segment on how to manage and deal with stress over midterms.
With the middle of the semester approaching us, students are swamped with midterms, projects, and assignments. Some stress is positive, like that extra burst of adrenaline that helps you finish your final paper, but too much stress can be unhealthy. This negative stress can cause problems that affect our health, productivity, and relationships. I have some tips on how to stay relaxed during these stressful midterm weeks. First, you should manage yourself and your time by keeping a planner to stay on top of your schoolwork and your activities. One of the ways to stay healthy and increase your amount of energy is through exercise to improve your body's ability to use oxygen and food effectively. Exercise releases endorphins, which have been shown to improve one's mood, making it a great way to deal with stress. Take time to relax by listening to your favorite music or hanging out and studying with your friends to get your mind off of the stressful events of the week. If your mind is being pulled towards the things that stress you out, then you're not really relaxed. Take naps if you feel that's what you need to re-energize. Most people need at least 7 hours each night, so start making good sleeping habits by having a set bedtime and a set waking up time to create a pattern and establish a rhythm for yourself and for your body to help you become more relaxed and less stressed during the day. Keeping a healthy diet also contributes to stress management. Some foods to think about when trying to lower your stress levels are walnuts, oatmeal, salmon, tea, and spinach, which do things like lower and regulate your blood sugar and suppress adrenaline production. Most importantly, stay positive because negativity will only bring on more stress and bring you and others around you down. How do you guys feel about stress?
I wish I knew that stuff before today because I had 2 midterms today.
Me too. Yeah, I've had midterms all week.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any tomorrow, so thank gosh.
Yeah, this was my stressful week.
Did you have any?
Yeah, I haven't yet, but
good. I know a lot of people have been being stressed out.
Take a couple deep breaths and a nice cup of iced tea.
Yeah, right.
Well, thank you.
In theaters this weekend, Ben Affleck stars in the dramatic thriller Argo, based on the true events during the Iranian hostage crisis.
Tommy Andres has the preview in Now Showing.
That took place during the Iranian Revolution in the late 70s. Ben Affleck stars in and directs the film, which chronicles a covert CIA operation to free 6 Americans in hiding. The plot includes a fake movie with a very real goal: get the Americans out of Iran alive.
You got Revolutionary Guards going door to door. These people die. They die badly.
Argo is rated R. Here Comes the Boom is about a biology teacher with a lot of heart and a unique fundraising plan for his cash-strapped school. He enters himself in mixed martial arts competitions. The unlikely contender has unwavering determination to teach his students that anything they really believe in is worth fighting for.
The dreams are about to come true. That go in?
Starring Kevin James, Here Comes the Boom is rated PG. What do you get when you combine a cast of characters that includes Colin Farrell, Woody Harrelson, Christopher Walken, and a kidnapped dog? You get 7 Psychopaths, a film about a group of friends on the run from LA's criminal underworld.
Put your hands up. No, but I've got a gun. I don't care. Doesn't make any sense. Too bad.
7 Psychopaths is rated R. For Now Showing, I'm Tommy Andres.
And now we'll take a full look at sports with Calvin Brown.
The San Francisco Giants won Game 4 last night against the Cincinnati Reds to force a Game 5 today. Whoever wins today moves one step closer to the World Series. Let's take a look at the highlights. Hunter Pence gets in the middle of the pack to get the team pumped for Game 5. Let's jump to the top of the fifth. Bases loaded. Buster Posey hits a shot into left field. His second home run of the postseason, a grand slam to put the Giants up 6-0. Moving to the bottom of the 8, 2 on, 2 outs. Dinero Navarro hits a blooper to center field, but is snatched by Angel Pagan to save the Giants a 2-run double. So let's jump to the bottom of the 9th, 2 on, 2 out. Scott Rowland has a chance to get them back, but he strikes out with a filthy slider by Sergio Romo. And the Giants go on to win and advance to the NLCS to face the winner of the Cardinals versus the Nationals game. What a sweet victory for them. In the NFL, Washington Redskins head coach Mike Shanahan said to reporters yesterday that quarterback Robert Griffin III was cleared to practice after suffering a concussion in Sunday's game against the Falcons. Griffin suffered a mild concussion after being hit by Falcons linebacker Sean Weatherspoon while trying to slide for extra yards. The QB left the game early and never returned. Griffin has yet to be cleared for this Sunday's game against the Minnesota Vikings. Speaking of concussions, in NASCAR, Dale Earnhardt Jr. will have to miss his next 2 races after suffering a concussion. Earnhardt suffered his second concussion in the past 6 weeks after suffering a crash at Talladega. His first concussion came on August 29th after a crash in the race against Kansas. His replacement, Reagan Smith, will have to take over the 88th car at Charlotte and Kansas. That's it for sports. I'm Calvin Brown, and now back over to the desk.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, before we do, take a look at your community calendar.
I always want to be first in line for the Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit.
The what?
The Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit.
What is that?
The Dr. Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit, Wednesday, October 24th at 3 p.m. inside Waterman Theater in Tyler Hall on the campus of SUNY Oswego. Meet the panelists who guide our media future.
Hair loss. Now this rash on my face, what's going on?
For answers, ask your doctor the right question.
Could I have lupus?
The Oswego MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
That's going to do it for us here at WTOP10. For the 10 News team,
I'm Calvin Brown.
I'm Brian Donegan.
I'm Brittany Hoffman.
And I'm Adam Rupsick. Thanks for tagging along. We'll see you Sunday.